Hello and welcome to the second ever episode of FPL Camper. I gotta stop doing this eventually. Since the last video we posted, we went from 0 subscribers to 40 subscribers, which is still very far off the mark of 2 million subscribers we've set ourselves. But you know, we will get there slowly with your help, of course. So please like and subscribe and share it, Share it with your friends, share it with your family. Call your grandmother. When's the last time you've called your grandmother? It's probably been years. So just hit her up, see how she's doing. And then, of course, ask her to subscribe to our channel and watch our videos. Yeah. So in today's video, if you didn't get the hint by the title, we're going to be talking about drafts. Drafts. What a beautiful word, draft. The word has been dominating the FPL community since the game launched. Drafts everywhere. My draft, your draft, the best draft, the worst draft, the draft with the most ... And we're going to explore all of that. And I'm going to be telling to the people who are stumbling on my channel and also to the family members and friends who are trying to be supportive how to sign up and how to play the fantasy game. All of that after a short break. Welcome back. As you can see, I've got in my hand a phone, which is my wife's phone, because I'm using mine to record myself. This is a low-budget production. So I'm going to be showing you step by step how to sign up and play Fantasy Premier League. And whatever I do on my phone is going to hologram itself on the screen that you're watching. Yeah, that's another invention. Name another YouTuber coming up with these inventions. I'll wait. You can't. So first you want to do is go to your favorite browser. I have a Chrome here. And then go to fantasy.premierleague.com, as you can see here. And now you need to sign up. So you can sign up with an email, a password, or you can use one of your social media. So I'm going to try and go log in with Twitter. I have it here saved. Log in. Here you go. Register new account. I'm going to go this time. Here you have first name, FPL, last name, Camper, obviously. No need for email right now. Gender. Well, let's go unspecified. It's irrelevant. Day. I've got to put my birth date here. Letting this know to everyone. This is not good. Okay. Select the country of residence. That's going to be Norway, unfortunately. I mean, great country, don't get me wrong, just very expensive to live in. Let's go Norway. Optional, don't need that. Email address. Okay, let's use my wife's email. Next. Your favorite team. Arsenal. Okay, you can choose your own favorites. Do you want to receive emails? No, thank you. None of these. I have read the terms of agreement and complete registration. That's it. What have we done? What's wrong now? Welcome back again. We had some technical difficulties because I'm using my wife's phone. You won't be experiencing those. But anyways, this is what you'll be presented with. This page when you sign up after you went through all the steps. And from now on, you'll just figure it out yourself, Just go with it. Watch our videos. It's simple. And please enjoy this season because this is going to be your best season you're going to have. Because for some mysterious reason, the better you get at this game, the more miserable your life becomes. Trust me on that. I've been playing this for 5 years now. So yeah, you have 15 players that you need to select. You have a budget of 100 million, as you can see here. So that, of course, the tip is that you have to mix some good players with some average players, depending on the price. The better players have more expensive, so you can't have like all the best players in the Premier League in there. And also, you can only have 3 players from the same team, no more than that. So we're going to start and build a draft together, and then later we're going to be looking at some drafts from some of the well-known FPL players from the Twitter community. So let's go and build the draft together, or something that I've done so far. And let's start with the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper we're going to go with, you see here are when you select the goalkeeper, you have the price. And these are the points from last season, so just ignore that. But the thumb rule of goalkeepers is not to go with more expensive than 5.0. It's not an exciting position for an FPL player to have an expensive goalkeeper, take money from the rest of the team. We like goals the most, so you want to invest more in your attack and midfield. So 5 million maximum. If you can find a good 4.5 goalkeeper, that's usually what people go with. But this season, I think it's going to be harder. So I'm going to go with, I don't know if it's here, just search Onana. You'll find him in all of the drafts from Man United, the new goalkeeper. We don't know anything about him. I mean, we've seen him play for Ajax and last year for Inter Milan. He just signed for United. But it's just a sexy signing. Like, everybody wants to have Onana. All the drafts are there. We don't know how he's going to do. I mean, the first week is always the hardest because, yeah, you're trying to predict based on preseason, which is very difficult. You don't even know who's starting for sure. But with goalkeeper, we know, yeah. So in my draft, I'm going to go with Onana as my first choice goalkeeper. And then the second goalkeeper is your bench goalkeeper. So you don't want to spend any money than the minimum on this, which the minimum for a goalkeeper is 4.0. Now, this is where it helps watching these videos and, seeing people who know football. For example, because we have, if we go here, Matt Turner. It's my bench goalkeeper. Now, Matt Turner is 4.0 because he's the second goalkeeper of Arsenal. But he's being sold soon, at least, to Nottingham Forest, which we assume is going to be the first goalkeeper. And then you have a playing goalkeeper on your bench, which you're probably never going to need because goalkeepers get rarely injured. But either way, it's good to have it. Sometimes for rotation, sometimes for if Man United has a difficult game and Nottingham Forest has an easy game, you want to play Turner? Sure, go for it. Now, the midfield, you have 5 midfielders you have to select. There's different strategies. You can go for it. Sometimes the people go with 3 good defenders, and then the 2 other defenders, you just choose cheap options. But either way, let's start building one by one. So, what are we going to go the first? Trent Alexander-Arnold, highly owned before, but he's just too expensive this year, 8.0. I'm still not sure about going. So one of the most popular in the drafts that you'll see is going to be Gabriel. Or the most popular trio is going to be Gabriel, Chilwell, if he stays fit. But so far he's been fit. Let's go Chilwell here. And I'm going for 2 good defenders or 4 good defenders this season. So I'm going to go for John Stones of Man City. So now I have at least 3 decent defenders that you can play. And the 4th one, I'm going to go for Estupinian. Here it is. For Brighton. I was struggling to find it for a moment. He was on very good form last season. We're hoping he continues the same form this season. Brighton had very amazing attacking football. So we hope he can contribute on that. And they have good fixtures, I think. This is how you can check. If you go player information, you see fixtures. So the green ones are always good. The red ones are a no-no. The purple ones is just don't even consider it. But that's these color indications of how easy the game is. So the first 3 games are rated as green. So that's always good. So now we have 4 very good defenders you can play any week. And we're going to go for a minimum price defender. This is another thing. Another player that used to play for Arsenal, Austin Trusty, just made a transfer to Sheffield United. So we hope he's going to be starting. And it's 4.0, staying on your bench in case you need him. But for now, I think he's okay. Now midfield and attack. This is the hard part, right? So you'll see every draft online, we'll have Rashford in it. We'll have Bruno Fernandes in it because he dropped in price to 8.5. That's a decent price, even though I don't want to have Bruno Fernandes. I kind of want to go with Salah this season, but he's gone on 12.5. That's a big jump from 8.5 to 12.5. It just makes the team unbalanced a bit, so I think I'm just not going to risk it and start the same as everyone else. Rashford, Bruno, and then we're going for Saka, obviously. One of the best players last season. Now, these last two, I'm still undecided, right? So you have the nailed players, as they're known in the FPL community. Nailed players means that, yeah, they're there. You're not going to change them. Then you have the ones you're undecided. So I want a 6.5 midfielder, but I don't know. I'm in between Mbuemo, which has a yellow now. I don't know. Maybe he's injured. Or Mitoma. So Mitoma was on fire last year. So let's just go Mitoma for now. And let's leave the 5th defender for now. So now attack. I mean, Haaland, it picks itself up. You want to have Haaland anyways. You just don't want to start playing this game without him. I mean, he has you can see the ownership here. Where is the ownership? 86.8%. That means that 86.8% of all the fantasy players have Haaland in their team. Now, there's good things and bad things with high ownerships of players. If the player has a very high ownership and they do good and you don't have him on your team, you're going to just sunk in rank. You're never going to recover. If they do bad and you don't have them and you have someone else who does better, then you're going to just jump in rank. But if everyone has them, then your rank is not going to move. So it doesn't really matter how many points they score each week, which is a bit boring because nothing changes for you. You're just going to stay there. Now, for a second striker, this is the thing. If you want to go, there's different team selections. You can go different formations. So 3-4-3, you can go 5-3-2, just different. And then I think I'm going to go for 3-5-2 this season to start with, even though 3-4-3 tempts me because there are good strikers. It's just I don't want to risk it at the beginning because I don't know who's starting, the likes of Darwin Núñez and other players. And I'm really, really undecided about the second striker who I want to go with. Because you obviously can't go for Kane and he might be going to Bayern Munich anyways. But maybe, yeah, I kind of want to go with Darwin. I want some Liverpool attackers, whoever's going to be nailed in that team. I really want them because they're looking good. But let's go, actually, I want to find João Pedro from Brighton again. Very good price at 5.5. And he was on penalties, at least on preseason. So that could always be good. And you have some. So now we have 14 million left. We can either decide to go a cheap striker and a better midfielder. So let's do that. Let's go for minimal cost. You go here, 4.5. I think in Mubama is the most picked for this price range because he played in some preseason games. It's always good to have playing bench players, even at this minimum cost. And now we have 9.5 in the bench, actually. So that leaves us for a very decent... Let's go for 9.5 here. Set the limit. We have Ødegaard from Arsenal. We have Martinelli. We can pick a cheaper midfielder and then save some money in the bank if you want to make transfers. You get one free transfer each week. And then you can bank one and get two next week. And then you might think, oh, you get three. No. The max you can get is 2 free transfers. So you have to kind of use this one of the transfers in the second week. Otherwise, you'll just burn it. Trossard is tempting, but we don't know if he's going to start. He's been doing very well in preseason. Martinelli, 8.0. He did very well, but he's been taking off in some of the games. Bowen has been doing good. Foden, McAllister. But as I said, I kind of want a Liverpool because I feel weird going without a Liverpool midfielder or striker. So Szoboszlai kind of tempts me. But let's just for now go for Ødegaard or Martinelli, actually. Let's go for... No, we can't because we have 3 Arsenal players. We have Gabriel, Saka, and Matt Turner. Oh, that's because Matt Turner hasn't made the transfer to Nottingham Forest yet. That's why it says so. We can get Martinelli. But for now, let's go for pick Liverpool here. And we have Soboslai somewhere. Here is Soboslai 7.0. And there it is. There's our team. So we can either upgrade Mitoma. We have 2.5 in the bank to a different player. Or we can just go with that. Or we can upgrade the striker and have it better. But either way, that's how you select a team. Now, if you want to use the app, which I suggest, it's much better. This is the app. Premier League app. And of course, you have to log in here. Let's try Twitter. It goes automatically. Yes, use. Authorize app. And here we are. This is the app. And then on the app, you go fantasy. And you go pick team. Again, you have to put a name. So we're just going to go for FPL Camper. I agree. Select name. And now we have to complete this again because we didn't save the team, but you get the drill. You just do that again. And the app is so much easier to use, so you don't have to go to the browser every time you're selecting your team or making transfers or doing everything else. Now let's look at some of the drafts before we end this video. It's gone probably too long already. I have some here saved. I screenshotted from some of the players. So let's start here. As you can see, these are called template drafts, most of them. Like there are two words that you hear a lot, template and differential. Template basically means all of the community has similar players, maybe one or two players different. And a differential draft is a draft that has a lot of players different from the template, basically. But that's very risky to go with, especially at the beginning, first week. Because as I said, the upside is that if those players do very well, you're just going to skyrocket on top of the rank. But if they do bad, you're just never going to recover from it. And you're just going to feel like, oh, my season is over on the first game week. Which you shouldn't think like that because there's 38 game weeks to go. It's going to take a year. So as you can see here, we have Onana, Gabriel, Chilwell, Stepinian, Martinelli, Saka, Eze. It's also a popular choice from Crystal Palace. Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Watkins instead of whatever other 7 or 8.5 striker. And then, yeah, similar. Areola is also a very popular second goalkeeper choice because people are assuming that Fabianski is going to lose his place soon from West Ham, so he's going to be the first choice. But I wouldn't risk it. I would go with Matt Turner better. This is from FPL Raptor. He has similar again. Gabriel, Chilwell, Onana, Rashford, Mbeumo, as I said, another popular choice for a 6.5 midfielder. He has Mbeumo and Eze, and he has Kane. I think he wrote the Kane and Holland draft. So this is the draft if you want to... It has less balance, obviously, as you can see in midfield. Mbeumo and Eze, not really strong midfielders. But then you have Kane on top, which again, we don't know if he's going to Bayern Munich or not. Let's see here. You have... I'm not touching this until Wednesday. Another draft by FPL Raptor. And you have again, Onana, Gabriel, Chilwell. Boring, boring, boring. Seen it before. Rashford, Martinelli. Foden is in here. Foden again. If he plays, he could be a great, great FPL asset. But we just don't know if he's going to start. We'll have to see it later. And Nicholas Jackson, another one, is tempting me a lot from Chelsea. But also, I'm going to wait and see. You kind of have to tune in for the team selection video on Friday. By the way, deadline Friday. I think it's 7:30 Central European time, 6:30 UK time. And if you live other parts of the world, you just have to figure it out. But don't forget the deadline. And please save the team and choose the captain. Holland, obviously. You don't want to go with a different captain the first few game weeks. This is from Andy FPL mode and has a slightly different. You have Pickford as a goalkeeper here. Stones, which I picked as well. Martinelli, Rashford, Mbeumo, Saka again. And just Watkins as a striker. And this is the Andy, Let's Talk FPL, the godfather of FPL or YouTube FPL. Similar again, Onana, Stupinian. He has Ruben Diaz here instead of Stones, which again, I think they're similar price. Similar midfield with Mbeumo and João Pedro, which I picked as well in the attack. And this is FPL Salah or Abdul, one of my favorite FPL players. It is strange because his name is FPL Salah because he really loves Salah and he always plays Salah, but he haven't selected Salah in his team because, as I said, the price, it's a bit expensive this year. So he has a similar, as you can see, Martinelli and Buemo, Fernandes, Rashford, Saka in the midfield, Watkins and Holland striker, and Estupinian, Chilwell, and Gabriel, and Onana. Similar everywhere. This is another draft from FPL Matt. So only goalkeeper difference. Ederson, which I wouldn't go for, a 5.5. Not really worth it. Havertz is here. That is a strange one because I don't know where Havertz is going to play. If he plays as a striker for Arsenal because Jesus is injured, that would be really cool. But we don't know that yet, so hard to risk it. And this is the FPL Guns, the winner of FPL last season, which is crazy, out of 11 million players. So he's gone for Ramsdale, obviously as an Arsenal fan. I wouldn't go for Ramsdale, but anyways, Estupinian has gone for Luke Shaw. So you can go Arsenal defender and Man United goalkeeper or Arsenal goalkeeper. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you get goalkeepers and defenders get points for clean sheets, so it's pretty much the same. Similar midfield with Trossard in there, which I really like, as I said. I just don't know if he's going to start. And Foden and Mitoma. And he's gone for Darwin Núñez, which, again, I like it a lot if he starts for Liverpool. And this is Aboubakar Siddiq, or the big man Bakar, another FPL player. He's gone for similar players over here. Saka, Ødegaard, another choice instead of Martinelli. Interesting one. Holland and Darwin at the striker. And Ederson at the back. So, yeah. This is the last one, another one with a Pickford in it. And this one has Salah. That's interesting. So he's gone for João Pedro on attack, Holland, and then Salah, Bruno Fernandes. So it doesn't have Rashford. That's a bit risky. But I guess, yeah, if you can squeeze in Salah for Rashford. I mean, if Salah hits the points that he does every year, it's going to be great. So this doesn't look a bad draft, actually. I really like it. I'm going to have to think of it a lot these last few days. It's going to be stressful, but remember, Friday deadline. And yeah, we'll see you there and join for our next video. This is out for today. Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Bye. Subscribe. Come on, just do it. I'm waiting. Just do it.